Hello students, welcome to Vidya Mirat. This video is made for class 8 on chapter number 2, linear equations in one variable, and today we are going to do exercise 2.2 from NCERT. Now this exercise is wholly based on your word problems and we will understand it very properly. Now see, question number 1. If you subtract half from a number and multiply the result by half, you get 1/8. What is the number? We don't know the number here in the question. So what we are going to do? Let that required number be x. We are assuming it as x. Now as per the question, we will follow the steps. They are saying that you subtract half from a number. Now what is the number? X. So what is the situation now? X minus half. Now they are saying multiply the result by half. Now what is the actual situation? X minus half. This you have to multiply by half. This is the result. Multiply by half. You get 1/8. So your situation is, or according to the question, half into x minus 1/2 is equal to 1/8. So open the bracket. It becomes half x minus 1/4 is equal to 1/8. Variable x will remain on the left side. Half x is equal to 1/8. 1/4 will go towards right and minus will become plus. So you will find out the value of x like this. It comes out to be 3/4. Therefore, the required number is 3/4. Question number 2. The perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool is 154 meter. Its length is 2 meter more than twice its breadth. What are the length and the breadth of the pool? Now we don't know the breadth. So what we are going to do? Let the breadth be x meters. So what is length? They are telling length is 2 meters more than twice its breadth. What is twice? Multiply. 2x plus 2 is your length as per the situation. They have also given you the perimeter of the pool, which is 154. So what is the perimeter of a rectangle? 2 into length plus breadth. So what is the equation now? 154 is equal to 2 multiplied by length is 2x plus 2, breadth is x. So 2x plus 2 plus x. So 2x into 3x plus 2. With this, solve it. You will find the value of x as 25 meters. Now you can even check your answer whether 25 meters breadth is correct or not. Now I will pick up anything from my right hand side, that is 6x plus 4 was my solved equation. So put the value of x in 6. 6 multiplied by 25 plus 4, that gives you 154, which is the required perimeter. So that means my answer is correct. So definitely whenever you are solving these type of word problems, you can always check your answers in your rough site whether it is correct or not. Question number 3. The base of an isosceles triangle is 4/3 cm. The perimeter of the triangle is 4/2 by 15 cm. What is the length of the either of the remaining equal sides? Now they are talking about an isosceles triangle. Base is given to us as 4/3. So I made a figure for you. That means two equal sides, they are missing, we don't know. So we are assuming those sides as x centimeter. Perimeter is given to us 4/2 by 15. Perimeter means sum of all the three sides. So x plus 4/3. Solve it. Find out the value of x and you will get x as 7/5. So therefore the length of the equal side is 7/5 centimeters. You can also convert it into mixed fraction, that is 1/2 by 5 centimeters. Sum of two number is 95. If one exceeds the other by 15, find the numbers. So what is the number? Let the number be x. The one exceeds the other by 15. So that is x plus 15. So there is a difference of 15 in between both the numbers. Their sum is equal to 95. So the one number plus the other number is equal to the sum, that is x plus 15 is equal to 95. 2x plus 15 is equal to 95. X comes out to be 40. So one number is 40, the other number is 40 plus 15, that comes out to be 55. So what is 40 plus 55? That is equal to 95. So we have checked, our answer is correct. Question number 5. Two numbers are in the ratio of 5:3. If they differ by 18, what are the numbers? So the numbers are given in the ratio. We can assume two numbers as 5x and 3x. Their difference is 18. That means 5x minus 3x is equal to 18. 2x is equal to 18. X comes out to be 9. Now therefore the numbers are 5x and 3x. So put the value of 9 in place of x. So 5 multiplied by 9 is 45 and 3 multiplied by 9 is 27. We can check whether their difference between 45 and 27 is coming as 18 or not. So we have checked it. I have shown it. Yes, the difference is coming 18. So our answer is correct. Question number 6. 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. What are these integers? Let us understand this question with the help of an example I have written in a box. Let the numbers be 1, 2 and 3. Consecutive means one after the other. If the number is, I am assuming as 1 as my first number, then 2 is my second number and 3 is my third number. So what is the difference? How I got 2? 1 plus 1. How I got 3? 1 plus 2. So what am I doing? I am adding 1 or 2 or 3 in the respective integers to get the consecutive integers. Now I don't know what is my initial number. So I am assuming that number as x. So let my first number be x. In place of 1, I am assuming as x. So if my first number is x, then what will be my second number? X plus 1. What will be my third number? X plus 2. And according to the question, their sum is equal to 51, which means x plus 1 plus x plus 2 is equal to 51. That is 3x plus 3 is equal to 51. Solve it. X comes out to be 16. Now 16 is your first number. So which is your second number? 16 plus 1, 17. Which is your third number? 16 plus 2 is equal to 18. So the three consecutive integers are 16, 17 and 18. Same way we are going to do question number 7. The sum of three consecutive multiples of 8 is 888. Find the multiples. Just now we have understood the concept of consecutive. The consecutive numbers are x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. But the change over here is these should be the multiple of 8. So what I will do is I will just put 8 with them. So it becomes 8x, 8 into x plus 1, 8 into x plus 2. Add them all together. According to the question, it becomes 8x plus 8 into x plus 1 plus 8 into x plus 2 is equal to 888. Solve it. You get 24x plus 24 is equal to 888. You get x as 36. So value of x is 36. So what are the numbers? 8x. Okay. So 8 into 36, 288. 8 into x plus 1. So 8 into 36 plus 1 or 8 into 37, that is 296. 8 into 36 plus 2, that is 8 into 38, that is 304. So the three numbers are 288, 296 and 304. Question number 8. Three consecutive integers are such that when they are taken in increasing order and multiplied by 2, 3 and 4 respectively, they add up to 74. Same way, what happened is, what are the three consecutive integers we have just learned? X, x plus 1, x plus 2. Now they are to be multiplied with 2, 3 and 4 respectively. That means 2x plus 3 into x plus 1 plus 4 into x plus 2 add up to 74 means is equal to 74. So 9x comes out to be 63, x comes out to be 7. So the required numbers are 7, 8 and 9. Next, The ages of Rahul and Harun are in the ratio of 5:7. So let their ages be 5x and 3x. 4 years later, the sum of their ages will be 56. Now what is the present age at present? 5x and 7x. 4 years later means we need to add 4 in both the ages. So Rahul will be 5x plus 4 and Harun will be also 7x plus 4. When we add them together, their sum is equal to 56, which means Rahul's age plus Harun's age will be equal to the total sum, which is 5x plus 4 plus 7x plus 4 is equal to 56. Find out the value of x, it comes out to be 4. So the present age of Rahul will be 5 into 4, which is 20 years, and the present age of Harun will be 7 into 4, which is 28 years. Next, the number of boys and girls are in the ratio of 7:5. The number of boys is 5 more than number of girls. What is the total class strength? Now here they have given us the ratio, so we will assume the number of boys be 7x and number of girls be 5x. Now they are telling that the boys are 8 more than the number of girls. Now suppose I say boys are 28 and girls are 20, for example. So if I want to put a equal to sign, can I put is boys equal to girls? No. I have to balance them. I have to put equal to sign. So what I will do is I need to put 8 with the girls to make it equal. So what I have done here? So boys are 7x is equal to girls are 5x plus 8 in order to balance them. Okay, because they are saying boys are 8 more. So you must be wondering why I am putting 8 with the girls. Because I have to put equal to sign. 28 will not be equal to 20. For 20, I need to add 8 more with the girls. So this is just an example to explain. So 7x is equal to 5x plus 8. Solve it. You will get x as 4. So number of boys are 7 into 4, 28. And number of girls are 5 into 4, 20. We need to find out the total strength. Total strength will be boys plus girls. So 28 plus 20, which is equal to 48. Next, it's a very interesting question. Bachung's father is 26 years younger than Bachung's grandfather and 29 years older than Bachung. So there is a chain. So how we are going to assume it? Look at the figure. I have made a boy, a man and a grandfather. So let that boy be Bachung. The middle will be father and with white here will be grandfather. So you can very well understand the situation now. Now they are saying, I will repeat the question again. Bachung's father is 26 years younger than Bachung's grandfather. What does it mean? Grandfather will be 26 years more. Okay. And Bachung's father is 29 years older than Bachung. What are they saying? Bachung's father will be 29 years more than Bachung. So how much is Bachung? We don't know. Let us assume Bachung as x. If Bachung is x, then what will be the age of the father? He is 29 years older. X plus 29. And what is the difference between Bachung's father and Bachung's grandfather? 26 years. That is the gap. Between Bachung and Bachung's father, there is a gap of 29 years. Bachung's father and Bachung's grandfather, there is a gap of 26 years. So if we are assuming Bachung as x, Bachung's father is x plus 29. So grandfather will be x plus 29 plus 26. So 26 is the gap between the father and grandfather. So we have reached to the situation. Their total sum, they are saying sum of their ages will be 135. So what is the equation? Bachung's age plus Bachung's father age plus Bachung's grandfather age. This is equal to 135, which means x plus 29 plus x plus 55 is equal to 135. find out the value of x, it comes out to be 17. It means as per this situation, Bachung's age is 17 years. So Bachung's father age will be 46 years and Bachung's grandfather age will be 72 years. Question number 12. 15 years from now, Ravi's age will be 4 times his present age. What is Ravi's present age? We don't know. So we will assume Ravi's age be x years. After 15 years, what will happen after 15 years? It will become x plus 15. This x plus 15 is equal to 4 times the present age. 4 times present means 4 multiplied by the present age. What is the present age? X. So that means 4x. So according to the question, it is x plus 15 is equal to 4x. So find out the value of x. Ravi's present age comes out to be 5 years. Question number 13. A rational number is such that when you multiply it by 5 upon 2 and add 2 upon 3 to the product, you get minus 7 upon 12. What is the number? We don't know the number. So let the number be x. Let us read now again. Multiply the number with 5 by 2. So what is my number now? 5 upon 2x. And add 2 upon 3 to it. So 5 upon 2x plus 2 upon 3. You get minus 7 upon 12. That is, you get means after is equal to. You are getting that answer minus 7 upon 12. So according to the question, our equation is 5 upon 2x plus 2 upon 3 is equal to minus 7 upon 12. Now solve the equation. Keep 5 upon 2x on the left hand side and take 2 upon 3 on the right hand side. Sign will change. It will become minus 2 upon 3. Like that, you will find out the value of x as minus 1 upon 2. So the required number is minus 1 upon 2. Please take care of the minus sign here. Question number 14. Now I have tried to explain this question with the help of a graph or a presentation. It will make you understand easily. Now here they are talking about Lakshmi is a cashier in a bank. So I have made the top head Lakshmi a cashier. Okay. She has currency notes of denomination rupees 100, rupees 50 and rupees 10. So I have made it into 3 parts: 100 rupees, 50 rupees and 10 rupees. Now the ratio of these notes are in 2:3:5. So 100 is 2x, 51 is 3x and 10 rupees are in 5x. The total cash with Lakshmi is 4 lakh rupees. So what we are going to do is, let us first convert this 2x, 3x and 5x into rupees. How we will convert it into rupees? By multiplying with its denomination. That means 2x multiplied by rupees 100, you will get rupees 200. 3x multiplied by rupees 50, you will get rupees 150. 5x multiplied by rupees 10, you will get rupees 50x. So all these together, the total cash comes out to be 4 lakh rupees. Now let us solve this question. The number of notes were 2x, 3x and 5x, and when we have used with rupees with the denominations, it has become 200x, 150x and 50x. Their sum is equal to 4 lakhs and x comes out to be 1000. These are the notes which we were trying to find out how many notes are there. So the number of 100 rupees notes will be 2x, rupees 50 notes are 3x and rupees 10 notes are 5x. So 2 into 1000, 3 into 1000 and 5 into 1000. So total notes for 100 are 2000, for 50 rupees notes are 3000 and for 10 rupees notes are 5000. We can even check this answer. So we can, if we multiply with their denominations, that means for rupees 100 we had 2000 notes, so amount is 2 lakhs. For rupees 50 we have 3000 notes, amount is 1,50,000. For rupees 10 we have 5000 notes, that means 50,000. So add them all together, 2 lakh, 1 lakh 50,000 and 50,000, total comes out to be 4 lakhs. That was the total amount which the cashier held. Let's do the next question now. Question number 15. I have a total of rupees 300 in coins of denominations rupees 1, rupees 2 and rupees 5. The number of rupees 2 coins is 3 times the number of rupees 5 coins. So what are the number of rupees 5 coins? We don't know. So we will assume it as X. So number of rupees 2 coins is 3 times the rupees 5 coins. So 3x. The total number of coins are 160. So how many coins of each denominations are there with me? So what I am going to do, again we will try to solve it in a simpler way. Number of rupees 5 coins are X, we have assumed. Number of rupees 2 coins are 3x because they are 3 times the rupees 5 coins. Now there is rupees 1 also. What are we going to do with rupees 1? Total coins are 160. So when we subtract from 160 the number of coins of 5 and 2, we will remaining left will be rupees 1. So 160 minus 4x, that comes out to be the number of coins for rupee 1. Now these are the denomination for the coins. Let us convert it into rupees. How? X will represent rupees 5, so 5x. 3x will be multiplied by 2, so rupees 6x. And same way it will be 160 minus 4x, that is for rupee 1. Their total comes out to be 300. So 5x plus 6x plus 160 minus 4x is equal to 300. Find the value of x. X comes out to be 20. So number of rupees 5 coins were x. So those were 20 coins. Number of rupees 2 coins are 3x. So 3 into 20, 60. And for rupee 1 it was 160 minus 4x, that comes out to be 80 coins. So these are the number of coins we found out. Question number 16. The organizers of an essay competition decide that a winner in the competition gets a prize of rupees 100 and a participant who does not win gets a prize of rupees 25. The total prize money distributed is rupees 3000. Find the number of winners if the total number of participants is 63. Let us understand with this chart. Total number of participants are 63. We know that. How many winners are there? We don't know. So we have assumed winners as X. So how many will be the losers? Losers will be 63 minus X. Because total are 63. If from 63 total number, if we know how many are the winners, we can easily find the losers by subtracting from it. So losers are 63 minus X. Now they have prize money for the winners and for the losers. For the winners they are giving rupees 100 and for the losers they are giving 25. So what will happen? X to be multiplied by rupees 100, that is rupees 100x. And for losers 63 minus X will be multiplied by 25. The total prize money comes out to be rupees 3000. We have to find out the winners, that is the value of X. So what is the situation according to the questions? Winners plus losers is equal to the total price. That is 100x is equal to 1575 minus 25x, when you open the bracket, is equal to 3000. You will find out the value of x, that comes out to be 19. And what was x? We assumed winners as x. So the number of winners are 19. That's all for exercise 2.2 children. I hope you must have understood the linear equations in one variable. This was very easy. Please write the steps accordingly, whatever is given in the questions. Like I have made the diagrams for you to understand it better. You can also make it in a rough side so that you can able to form the equations properly. Very soon I am going to come with exercise 2.3 children. Till then, see you.